invaders, quests, a special anniversary, and more. This is ANN. Good day, Aspenia. I am Robbie Origami here to present you with this week's news. Starting off their main story today, after giving them literally everything they wanted, namely the trailer that we cleaned for them and that they told us we could keep, the world record holders for the creator's biggest mistakes have proceeded to harass, intimidate, and threaten Aspenian citizens, namely the royal family. Their tomshittery was so bad that last week's ANN Report newspaper had to be cancelled. Luckily, efforts from Her Royal Majesty Queen Snow and Lord Darren of Casa Malden have stopped them from coming back to Upper Aspenia. However, they still reside to Casa Malden next to the Old Bridge, a National Historic Site, and they refuse to leave, despite not even having applied for a visa to stay in the country. That brings us to our next story. Invading crackheads got you down? Well, join the Royal Guard. There are squirrels and hobos who want to steal your home and pillage your country, and only you can stop them by joining the Royal Guard. The Royal Guard is divided into two branches, Night and Day, run by Sushi and Princess Willow respectively. The Day Guard does direct threat management and prevention as well as border security, whilst the Night Guard does more secretive and high-stakes missions to protect the crown and the nation at all costs. They also do pest control. Two residents have already joined the Royal Guard, Sarah and Pauline. Aspenia is in her hour of need. Will you defend her? Rise to the cause, residents! The Royal Guard awaits you! Moving on, after a power outage in the Grand Falls Windsor hydro plant, the dam released massive amount of water, endangering several innocent rafters right as they're about to start their canyon adventure. Parker, in a split-second decision, got the clients out of the water and single-handedly hauled the raft onto the rocks as the water rose from a 1.5 to a 12 in 6 minutes. If it weren't for Parker's strength and quick thinking, our gear and several lives would have been lost that day. Interesting things have been happening up in the heavens, so to keep you updated, I will now bring you back to our special segment, Space News!
Thank you, Harry. The space weather.
Wait, Gary?
I am a Jerry. Jerry, not the Gary. I do not focus on the lame, lowly sky weather like stupid, gross Gary does. I do space weather.
But your beard, it's in the same spot. Whatever, just get on with space weather, whatever.
Of course. Ernest once again into the path to comet to swift the turtle, showering it in space debris that causes the Perseus meteor shower. An annual light show that will last from the 24th and will peak on the 12th and 13th. The 12th also brings a partial solar eclipse with a little over 50% totality. The eclipse will start at 14:30, peak at 15:30, and end at 16:30. That's all the space weather for now. Thank you, Robbie!
Thank you, Jerry. In our next story, King Jason has completed renovations on the Guide Villa kitchen, having taken down the wall, painted the back half, and rearranged furniture and appliances. Now that the kitchen is done, it may go back to being the lively social lounge it was once known to be. That's not all the villa news, as power has once again been reliably hooked up to everyone's cabins, thanks to King Jason's efforts. With power also comes Wi-Fi, and Aspenia once again has free Wi-Fi for all of her citizens, who live in the Guide Villa. We will now be going to our international news segment. What are they doing over there? Take it away, Sherry!
Thank you, Robbie. This year's World Dog Surfing Championship has concluded in California, and Isa, a French bulldog, has once again taken the win. A Labrador Retriever named Rippin' Rosie has made headlines for tearing through the competition and displaying skills most humans could not dream of. And in an interview, Rippin' Rosie stated that there is no place she would rather be than on a surfboard out at sea enjoying a Hawaiian roller coaster ride. Moving on, halfway through a screening of Spider-Man, Brand New Day, somebody let out a fart so horrible that it sent hundreds running into the lobby with their noses plugged. So, next time you lactose-intolerant people want to brave it out for some buttered popcorn or a milkshake, maybe consider the way that your bowel movements could affect the people around you. Parker. In our final story for today, after 10 years since an article was published by Christopher Hooton, written about renaming fire ants to Spicy Boys, nothing has been done on the matter. In fact, the Spicy Boys movement has seemingly died down. I, for one, will not stand for this. If it looks spicy, it is spicy. Give them their proper name or give me death!
Cherry, are you all right? Well then. Thank you, Cherry, for another great segment of What Are You Doing Over There? Yeah. I'd like to report an incident. Moving on. The first ever fully Aspenian-made movie has completed most of its filming and will release sometime in September. It will star Princess Willow as Professor Y, who goes on an adventure with her companions Engineer Howe, played by Marcus Taylor, and Bartholomew H. Business, played by Earl Graham, as they attempt to fix their spaceship, the TARDIS, and save Earth from main villain, played by Pauline. We will now be going to Ted Bear for survival with his survival tips and tricks. Take it away, Ted Bear!
Thank you, Robbie. Here we are where the squares are, and they make a bunch of random noises, and they bother Ethan. Now, Ethan has started rumors that Pauline is the cult leader of the squirrels. How do you feel about that, squirrels? Wow. And, I don't really know what to say. That's back to studio.
Thank you, Ted Bear. Need something done? Want to do extra work for fabulous prizes? Check out the quest board, located in the guide villa next to Queen Snow's trailer. Any resident of Aspenia may place a quest on the quest board or complete a quest that was posted by somebody else, so long as you follow the quest board rules. Continuing on to our next story, Marcus Taylor and Earl Graham will be concluding their 3-week-long stay in Aspenia and will be returning to their home in Gander on Sunday. I would now like to go to Gary with the weather. How's this week's forecast, Gary? Thank you, Robbie. And as you can see, I'm very much a different person because I very much do not have a mustache. Nobody doubts your individuality, Gary. We don't even look anything alike. Just do the weather forecast, please. Of course. This whole week will be cloudy with occasional rain. Sunday goes for a high 53 and a low of 12. Monday goes for a high 15 with a low of 15. Tuesday and Wednesday go for 23 with a low of 11. Thursday goes for 26 and a low of 12. And Friday goes for 21 with a low of 13. Back to you, Robbie! Thank you, Gary. In our final story for this week, August 1st was the 2-year anniversary of Aspenia National News. ANN has released 15 episodes with 12 different characters, including Robbie Origami, Gary, Flary, Sherry, Neri, Barry, Paul, Carrie, Ted Bear for Survival, Sloobert Floobert, Sandwich Stalker, and Sir Bart Thinklewinkle? This show is so silly. Aspenia's YouTube channel has also gotten a combined total of 10,573 views and 47 subscribers. To all of our viewers, thank you for watching ANN these past few years. You are all honorary co-hosts. That is all the news we have for this week. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week on ANN!